Good morning, friends. Today we'll be having a talk on the X-linked recessive traits. In previous lecture, we got the sex-linked inheritance. What would be the progeny will be affected, and what will be the ratio when the mother is affected and father is unaffected, and vice versa. When the father is affected and mother is unaffected, what will be the ratio of the daughters and sons of causing that particular diseases and the characters which are inherited from the parents. Well, friends, we saw that the when the father is affected, most of the times we saw that the daughters of the fathers are affected, whereas when the mother is affected, one son and the another daughter will be the affected in the conditions. So, friends, in this case, what we saw that the X-linked dominant and affected mother, whereas X-linked affected father, when the mother is affected, will get the progeny that one son and one daughter will be affected, means that the ratio is maintained of the 50 is to 50. Whereas when the father is affected, we saw that in this case, most of the time, the females or the daughters are affected in the progeny. Well, while the studying the X-linked recessive inheritance affected mostly in the males. Affected sons are usually born to unaffected mothers. Approximately 1 is to 2 of carrier mother's sons are affected. It is never passed from father to son. Mostly females are the carriers in the X-linked recessive inheritance. So, in this regards, we find some color blindness in the progeny and the hemophilia. We all are aware of this disease. The disease is to be identified in the person that blood doesn't clot in such type of cases or in such type of persons. So, what type of things in this case? Son is totally affected. Daughter is mostly carrier. In some cases, both are became unaffected. So, in this case, means sons will be definitely will be deceased, and the ladies one or the daughter one will be the carrier in this case. In some cases, both are become unaffected. So, look out at this chart and this. Uh, I'm zooming out this. So, unaffected father, which is represented by the somewhat pink, and the carrier mother, which shows some pink one and the blue one, which is designated by the XY chromosomes, and mother one double X chromosomes. When these two fertilize, when these two fertilize, so when the unaffected son will be clear and unaffected daughter will also be clear. So in this case, the carrier is the mother. Now next, when the carrier is the unaffected son, unaffected daughter, carrier daughter. Now look out at this. When the mother is a carrier, again the carrier will be the daughter and the son will be the affected. Regarding the color blindness is the inability to see some colors in the usual way. Most type are caused by a gene located on the X chromosomes, and red-green color blindness is the most common type. So symptoms of this troubling to see colors and the brightness of a color in usual way, inability to see the difference between the shades of a color, rapid side to side eye movement, that is nystagmus, and so on. So what we see test for the color blindness is HERA test, normal color vision, C at a G, color blindness people don't see anything. HRR, Hardy, Rand and Rattler color test for red, green, and other names are also color deficiency. So whereas what we see in this case, sun is totally affected, daughter is mostly career. In some case, both become unaffected. So this is the color blindness and X-linked recessive traits. Unaffected father with the career mother is crossed over, and what we see the progeny, that is the unaffected son and a unaffected daughter. Career is the daughter and affected son with the. So this was the color blindness and X-linked recessive traits which is seen in this. So Y-linked inheritance, this is one of the Hollandric inheritance. In this Y chromosomes is a small, does not contain the many genes. Y-linked disease are very rare. It occurs between father to son. So humans hairy hairs appear to be inherited through the Y chromosomes. Example, Swyer syndrome, Y chromosomes, infertility. So it occurs between father to son, never transmitted from father to daughter or even to granddaughter, that is transmitted from male to male. Only sons are affected in these Y-linked chromosomes. Well, friends, this is the chart what we are observing on the screens. So Y-linked chromosomes, when we see the father is affected and mother is unaffected. So mutated gene, that is the Y gene which is mutated with the pink color, and so on, and mother is unaffected. So what will the progeny is the accepted progeny, or the progeny what is seen by the fertilization of these two or by the reproduction. So children that are the son affected and daughter are unaffected. In this case, daughter unaffected, sons are affected. Well, this is the Y-linked parents. In Y-linked, most of the characters or the inheritance are transmitted to the males from father to the son. So Y chromosomes infertility, it refers to a male's inability to cause pregnancy in a fertile female. So it is due to deficiency in the cements and its quality that causes drugs and alcohol, strenuous riding, bike race, horse racing, obesity. Test of this analysis and ultrasonography is done in the case of the infertility. So what will be the prevention? Avoid smoking, liquor, wearing a protective cup like a playing of footballs, cricket, etc. Treatment and in vitro fertilization, intracytoplasmatic sperm injections, hormonal therapy, and so on. So we see the difference between the X-linked inheritance and the Y-linked inheritance. What is the X-linked inheritance? Characters are inherited by genes which are located in X chromosomes, whereas the characters are located in Y chromosomes alone. Characters are inherited by the genes which are located in Y chromosomes alone. In X chromosomes, inherited in both males and females, but in case of Y chromosomes, inherited only in males. Never transmitted in X chromosomes from father to son, but from father to grandson in X chromosomes. And in Y chromosome, never transmitted from father to daughter or even to granddaughter, that is transmitted from male to male. Now we study that never transmitted from father to son, but from father to grandson, means the recessive genes will be. Example, color blindness in humans, hairy pin of the ears, and Y chromosomes in fertility. So friends, this is what about the from last three lectures we are having the discussion and the talk on the this sex linked inheritance, and we saw how this X-linked inheritance and Y-linked inheritance. Chromosomes and the genes are responsible for the a particular disease and a character to transmit in a, whether in the male or whether in the from father to son in case of Y chromosomes, and from the father to son, from father to grandson in the case of the what we can say that the X chromosome. So this was all about the regarding the sex linked inheritance. Friends, with this for today's we stop here, and if you have any doubt and queries, please contact me without any hesitations. Thank you.